The courtroom doors swing open, and all eyes turn to Taylor Swift, her face a mask of calm as whispers ripple through the crowd. Subpoenaed as a witness in a Hollywood scandal, she's caught in a legal storm that could tear apart friendships, threaten her romance with NFL star Travis Kelce, and shake her carefully guarded empire. One wrong move, and the headlines will feast. The Los Angeles courtroom buzzed with tension, a pressure cooker of flashing cameras and murmured speculation. It was March 2025, and the legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni had spiraled into a pop culture wildfire, dragging in names no one expected, least of all Taylor Swift. The singer, usually untouchable atop her billion-dollar throne, sat rigid in the witness stand, her signature red lipstick a stark contrast to the sterile gray of the room. Across the city, Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs' golden boy, paced his hotel suite, his phone buzzing with notifications he refused to read. This wasn't their fight, yet here they were, entangled in a $400 million defamation case that threatened to unravel everything they'd built. It started with It Ends With Us, a film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's novel that should have been a straightforward hit. Blake Lively, the film's star and producer, accused her co-star and director, Justin Baldoni, of sexual harassment and orchestrating a smear campaign to tarnish her reputation. Baldoni fired back with a countersuit, alleging defamation and civil extortion, claiming Lively, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and their PR team had sabotaged him to seize control of the project. The lawsuit's 179 pages were a grenade, and Taylor's name was shrapnel, mentioned in text messages where Lively called her a dragon, a fierce ally in a creative dispute over the film's script. Taylor's involvement was tangential at best. In early 2023, she'd attended a meeting at Lively's New York penthouse, unaware it was a showdown over script changes. Lively and Reynolds had summoned Baldoni to discuss her rewritten rooftop scene, and Taylor, there by chance, had praised the revisions alongside Reynolds. Baldoni's legal team pounced, arguing her presence carried subtext for compliance, a megastar's influence bending the room to Lively's will. Now, 2 years later, Taylor was subpoenaed, forced to hand over emails, texts, and any correspondence with Lively about Baldoni. Her team was livid, blasting the move as tabloid clickbait designed to exploit her fame. Taylor Swift never set foot on that set, her spokesperson snapped to TMZ. She didn't see the film until weeks after its release. For Travis Kelce, the timing couldn't have been worse. Fresh off a Super Bowl loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, he was already under scrutiny. Retirement rumors swirled, and his every move was dissected by fans and analysts alike. The last thing he needed was his girlfriend's name splashed across headlines tied to a Hollywood feud. Yet the media was relentless, speculating he'd be subpoenaed next due to his friendship with Reynolds and social ties to Lively. Posts on X fueled the fire. Travis Kelce unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on IG. Is he picking Taylor's side? One user wrote, racking up thousands of likes. Another speculated, Blake and Ryan are toast, and Travis is dodging the fallout. Kelce, known for his easygoing charm, stayed silent, but his Instagram activity, or lack thereof, spoke volumes. The strain was palpable. Taylor and Travis had been a public darling since 2023, their romance a fairy tale of stadium kisses and Eras Tour cameos. But the lawsuit exposed cracks. Taylor, fiercely private despite her spotlight, hated being dragged into Lively's mess. She'd spent years curating her image, sidestepping controversies with the precision of a chess grandmaster. Now, her friendship with Lively, once a decade-long bond of vacations and Super Bowl suites, was fraying. Insiders whispered to the Daily Mail that Taylor felt blindsided by the subpoena, annoyed her casual presence at a meeting was being weaponized. Lively's absence from Taylor's VIP suite at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, a stark contrast to the previous year's camaraderie, only fueled rumors of a rift. Travis, meanwhile, was caught between loyalty and self-preservation. He'd always been Taylor's rock, cheering from the sidelines at her concerts, brushing off tabloid noise with a grin. But this was different. The lawsuit's ripple effect threatened his NFL legacy, with sports blogs questioning if the drama was distracting him from the game. When he unfollowed Reynolds on Instagram, the internet erupted. "Travis is ride or die for Taylor," a fan posted on X. "He's cutting ties to keep her out of this." Others saw it as a calculated move to shield his brand. "Kelce's got endorsement deals and a post-NFL career to think about," a sports analyst tweeted. "He can't afford to be collateral damage." In the courtroom, Taylor's testimony was a tightrope walk. Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, pressed her on the penthouse meeting, probing for evidence of coercion. "Ms. Swift, did you or Mr. Reynolds suggest Mr. Baldoni had no choice but to accept Ms. Lively's script changes?" he asked, his tone sharp. Taylor's response was measured, her voice steady. "I was there as a friend, not a decision-maker. I complimented Blake's work because I thought it was good. That's all." Her team handed over a handful of texts with Lively, mostly casual exchanges about dinner plans and birthday wishes, none mentioning Baldoni. Friedman pushed harder, fishing for a smoking gun. "Did you ever discuss Mr. Baldoni's behavior with Ms. Lively?" he asked. Taylor's jaw tightened. "No. Our conversations were personal, not professional." The judge, a stern woman with a no-nonsense air, cut in. "Move on, counselor. This isn't a gossip column." Outside, the media circus raged. Paparazzi swarmed the courthouse, shouting questions as Taylor exited, flanked by security. "Taylor, are you standing by Blake?" one yelled. She ignored them, slipping into a black SUV. Across town, Travis watched the coverage on ESPN, his jaw clenched. He'd texted Taylor before her testimony, "You got this. Call me after." Her reply was brief, "This sucks. Love you." He wanted to be there, but his team advised against it. "You showing up draws more attention," his agent said. "Let her handle it." Travis hated it, but he stayed put, knowing the optics of an NFL star in a Hollywood courtroom could tank his focus ahead of the next season. The lawsuit's fallout extended beyond the courtroom. Lively's allegations against Baldoni, sexual harassment, body shaming, and a coordinated PR hit, split Hollywood. Some rallied behind her, like Colleen Hoover, who posted on Instagram, "Blake, you're honest and kind. Never change." Others, wary of Baldoni's countersuit, stayed neutral. Baldoni's team leaked texts showing Lively's assertive tone on set, framing her as manipulative. She called Taylor and Ryan her dragons, Friedman told the press. "That's not a term of endearment, it's a power play." Lively's lawyer, Mike Gottlieb, fired back to People, "Subpoenaing celebrities for headlines is a cheap tactic. Taylor has no relevant testimony." For Taylor, the scrutiny was a nightmare. She'd built a career on authenticity, championing women's voices, yet her silence on Lively's allegations drew backlash. "Taylor's a sexual assault victim herself," one ex-post read. "Her not supporting Blake is a betrayal." Others defended her restraint, "She's protecting her mental health and career. Not every fight is hers to fight." The noise was deafening, and Taylor, usually active on social media with Easter eggs for fans, went dark. Her last post, a throwback Eras tour photo, was weeks old. Travis felt the pressure too. His teammates ribbed him, "Your girl's in court, man, you next." But he brushed it off with a forced laugh. Off the field, he and Taylor leaned on each other. Late at night, holed up in his Kansas City mansion, they talked it out. "I hate that you're in this," Travis said, pulling her close. "You don't deserve it." Taylor sighed, her head on his chest. "I just want it to be over. I didn't ask for this." They avoided the news, streaming old comedies instead, trying to carve out normalcy amid the chaos. As the trial loomed, set for March 2026, both sides dug in. Baldoni's team hinted at more celebrity subpoenas, naming Hugh Jackman and Jenny Slate. Lively's camp pushed for discovery, demanding Baldoni's emails and call logs. The case was a hydra, sprouting new heads daily. For Taylor, the legal spotlight clashed with her next chapter, a new album rumored for 2026, teased as her most personal yet. Insiders told Rolling Stone it might address the lawsuit's toll, with lyrics about betrayal and public crucifixion. Fans ate it up, but Travis worried. "You sure you want to put this out there?" he asked one night. Taylor's eyes were fierce. "They don't get to silence me." Kelce, meanwhile, faced his own crossroads. At 35, his NFL clock was ticking. The Chiefs' front office wanted him for another season, but endorsement deals, like a rumored Mattel Ken doll tie-in, hinged on his image. "Stay clean," his agent warned. This lawsuit crap could scare off brands. Travis didn't care about dolls or commercials, he cared about Taylor. When she returned from court, drained but unbroken, he was waiting with takeout and a playlist of her favorite 90s hits. "You're tougher than me," he teased, kissing her forehead. She smirked. "Damn right." The lawsuit's shadow lingered, a test of loyalty and resilience. Taylor and Lively's friendship, once ironclad, was on ice. Sources told News Nation they'd reconciled briefly after Lively apologized, but trust was shaky. "Taylor's guarding her peace," an insider said. Travis, too, kept his circle tight, dodging Reynolds' calls. Their relationship, though, held firm. On May 11, 2025, paparazzi caught them in Philadelphia, laughing at a diner, Taylor's grin wide as she leaned into Travis. The photos went viral, a middle finger to the breakup rumors. "They're solid," a Page Six source confirmed. "This drama won't break them." As depositions continued, the case became a cultural flashpoint. Was Lively a victim or a schemer? Was Baldoni a predator or a scapegoat? The truth was murky, buried in texts, egos, and power plays. For Taylor and Travis, the stakes were personal. They weren't just fighting for privacy, they were fighting for their future. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Taylor admitted to Travis, "I'm scared this'll change how people see me." He took her hand, his grip steady. "Let em talk. We know who we are." The courtroom drama was far from over, but Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce weren't backing down. They'd built their love in the public eye, weathered worse storms than this. As the world watched, they stood together, defiant, their bond a quiet rebellion against the chaos. The headlines could scream all they wanted. Taylor and Travis were writing their own story, one that no subpoena could rewrite. The Los Angeles skyline glittered through the penthouse window, but inside Taylor Swift's temporary rental, the mood was heavy. It was late April 2025, and the legal storm surrounding Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni showed no signs of slowing. Taylor sat cross-legged on a cream-colored sofa, her laptop open to a draft of her upcoming album's lead single. The lyrics were raw, jagged edges of betrayal and resilience, but her focus kept drifting to the latest court filings. Across the room, Travis Kelce sprawled in an armchair, scrolling through ESPN updates on his phone, though his eyes flicked to Taylor every few minutes. The subpoena had been a gut punch, but the aftermath was proving even messier. The case had ballooned since Taylor's testimony. Baldoni's legal team, led by the relentless Brian Friedman, had doubled down, subpoenaing more It Ends With Us cast members, including Jenny Slate and Brandon Sklenar. They'd also requested Ryan Reynolds' text logs with Lively, arguing his influence as a producer skewed the film's creative control. Lively's camp, backed by high-powered attorney Mike Gottlieb, countered with a motion to dismiss, calling the subpoenas a fishing expedition meant to humiliate. The judge, Patricia Alvarez, was losing patience, warning both sides against turning her courtroom into a reality show. Yet the media lapped it up, with outlets like Variety and The Hollywood Reporter publishing daily updates. X-posts amplified the chaos. Taylor's testimony was a flop for Baldoni's team. "They're desperate now," one user wrote. Another jabbed, "Blake's playing victim, but her dragon, Taylor, isn't biting." For Taylor, the fallout was personal. Her friendship with Lively, already strained, was now a ghost of its former self. A source close to Taylor told Us Weekly she'd sent Lively a single text after the subpoena, *I need space. This hurt, Lively's reply, a long apology about unintended consequences, went unanswered. Taylor wasn't ready to forgive, not when her name was still fodder for clickbait. The betrayal stung deeper because she'd always seen Lively as a sister, someone who understood the weight of fame. Now, their shared history, late-night wine chats, 4th of July parties in Rhode Island, felt tainted. She's not angry, just done, the source said. Taylor's protecting her energy. Travis, ever the optimist, tried to keep things light. "You're Taylor freakin' Swift," he said one night, tossing a football between his hands. "You've handled Kanye, Scooter, and a gazillion breakup songs. This is just noise." Taylor managed a half smile, but her eyes were tired. "It's not just noise, Trav. It's my life being dissected again." She'd already postponed 2 studio sessions, unable to shake the anxiety of being a public piñata. Her fans, fiercely loyal, flooded X with support, #WeStandWithTaylor, trended for days, but the negativity cut through Jordan, and the output is cut off here, so I will continue where it left off. The negativity cut through. She's dodging Blake's mess because she knows Blake's lying, one hater posted. Another accused, Taylor's silence is complicity. Where's the feminist now? Kelce felt the heat too. The NFL offseason should have been a chance to recharge, but the lawsuit's shadow followed him. His teammates, sensing his stress, eased up on the courtroom jokes, but the media didn't. A Bleacher Report column speculated the drama was derailing Kelce's focus, citing his quieter social media presence. Endorsement deals, including a potential Netflix docuseries about his career, were reportedly on hold. Brands want stability, his agent, Mike Russo, warned. This Hollywood crap is too volatile. Travis shrugged it off in public, flashing his signature grin at a Chiefs charity event, but privately, he was fraying. "I just want us to be us again," he told Taylor, his voice low. No cameras, no lawyers. Their relationship, though, was a fortress. When Taylor flew to Kansas City for a weekend, they holed up at Travis's place, cooking pasta and binge-watching The Office. He'd downloaded her favorite rom-coms, a quiet gesture that made her tear up. "You're my safe place," she whispered, curled against him. Travis kissed her temple. "Always." Those moments grounded them, but the outside world kept knocking. Paparazzi stalked their every move, catching them at a gas station, a coffee shop, even a late-night dog walk. Taylor and Travis on the rocks? Star magazine blared after a grainy photo showed Taylor looking tense. Ex-users pounced, "She's stressed, and he's checked out. Trouble in paradise." The truth was simpler, they were exhausted but united. In court, the case grew uglier. Baldoni's team released a 2023 email from Lively to a studio exec, pushing for script changes and CCNG Reynolds. "This is about authenticity," she wrote. "The story deserves it." Friedman spun it as proof of a power grab, claiming Lively used her A-list connections, Reynolds, Taylor, even Hugh Jackman, to strong-arm Baldoni. Lively's team hit back, leaking a voice memo where Baldoni allegedly belittled her on set, calling her too soft for the role. The audio, though grainy, went viral, with #JusticeForBlake trending. But Baldoni's supporters, bolstered by his public image as a feminist ally, rallied on X. "Blake's team is cherry-picking. Justin's no monster." Taylor stayed out of it, but the case bled into her work. Her new album, tentatively titled Fracture, was shaping up as a catharsis. In a rare studio session, she recorded a track called Collateral, its lyrics a knife, *, they pull you in, then cut you loose / your name's their truth, their noose. * producers called it her angriest work since Reputation. Fans, sniffing clues, tied it to Lively. Taylor's spilling tea, one X post read, with 12,000 likes. Travis, hearing the demo, raised an eyebrow. You're not holding back, huh? Taylor smirked. Why should I? She wasn't just writing for herself, she was reclaiming her narrative. Kelce, meanwhile, faced a career reckoning. The Chiefs offered a 1-year contract extension, but at 35, he knew his body was slowing. I've got maybe 2 seasons left, he told Taylor, staring at the ceiling one night. Then what? She squeezed his hand. Whatever you want. You're more than football. He'd been exploring options, coaching, broadcasting, even a stake in a sports betting startup, but the lawsuit's fallout made him cautious. I can't have this drama tanking my next move, he admitted. His agent pushed him to distance himself from Reynolds, who texted Travis an apology. Didn't mean to drag you guys into this, Travis didn't reply. The legal battle hit a new peak in May